We're all feeling the sting at the pump as gas prices continue to pick away at our finances.
Yeah, and while it's bad enough feeling like we're being ripped off while filling up, it's even worse when someone is actually stealing gas from you.
But there are things you can do to deter these fuel thieves. Tips for protecting our tanks are at the top of the list.
With gas prices rising, thieves are targeting that liquid gold.
The thieves that are stealing this fuel obviously are stealing it not necessarily to put in their own vehicle. They're stealing it to actually sell. Because if it's going for $6, $7 a gallon, they could sell it on the streets for $2, $3 and make money when they actually got it for free.
We spoke with Shahe Koullouklan, auto expert and owner of Mazvo Auto in Phoenix, Arizona, to learn how to protect ourselves from gas thieves. For starters, how are they stealing it?
There are several methods. They try and siphon it the old school way. Put a hose in and start sucking it out.
Or crooks crawl under the car and go directly for the gas tank.
And they take either an ice pick and they stab it, or they have an actual drill and they drill right into it. And they can also, basically, depending on if it's a low vehicle and they can't get underneath and they can't siphon it, they crawl at the bottom of where the fuel cap is. There's called a filler neck. They can get under there and stab that to be able to get access to go right into your fuel tank and steal it that way as well.
So to protect yourself, change the way you park.
When you're going shopping or you're going to go to a store and you know you're going to be inside that store for 10, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, make sure that you choose the closest parking spot to the entrance of that store. That way, there's a lot of foot traffic and thieves usually don't just stand there to be caught while trying to steal gas.
And be sure the fuel door faces the entrance.
That way, you're forcing the thieves to be in front of everyone versus the opposite side.
At home, park in a garage if you can. If that's not an option,
make sure that you find a parking spot that's got lit lamps.
Next, try a locking fuel cap.
It is a good way to at least deter them if you think that they're just going to open up the door and look at it and see, oh, it's got a cap, and they're going to walk away.
But keep in mind,
some of those aftermarket caps are not made by the manufacturer of your car, so they don't seal very well, and then of course you'll now get a check engine light.
Shahe's final tip, keep your fuel level low.
Audit yourself and say, all right, how many miles am I driving a day? How many miles am I driving a week? If you're driving 5 miles the entire week, because most of us after the pandemic are working out of the house, why fill it up all the way? You know there's no 100% way to stop these thieves from stealing the gas, but if they're gonna puncture your fuel tank or they're gonna try and steal it, they're not gonna get much at a quarter tank. So if you know you're not gonna drive very long or distances, keep it at a quarter tank. Again, the slight con to that is that you might go to the gas station more often, but hey, this is the game they're asking us to play, so shall we play.
We're keeping fuel in our tanks by fending off gas thieves at the top of the